Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome to a special Blueprints video. I've been Twitch streaming my runs to get various trophies, and I finally got the Day 1 trophy for reaching room 46 on the first day of gameplay. This attempt was a wild roller coaster of emotion, so I want to share it on YouTube. This will be an edited video where I add some explanatory commentary and also cut out some of the boring parts of the run. If you want to see the unedited raw footage, there will be a link in the video description. And for any folks watching my current YouTube series, be warned that this was streamed after I'd already recorded over 100 episodes for YouTube, and so there's going to be a couple unavoidable spoilers for puzzles that I haven't yet solved in my YouTube playthrough, so you've been warned. For context, I'd already done about 8 hours of prior runs over a few separate streams, and so I've cut this footage to start at the very beginning of the winning run, where I was talking with my Twitch chat about various routes and possibilities. So let's jump in. Yeah, Power Hammer opens up a whole lot of possibilities. And it's not completely unreasonable to get a Power Hammer. Getting 2 of the 3 items is very reasonable. But yeah, it creates 2 more possibilities. It puts the weight room in play for the south lever. It makes you able to soak bond from outside the house to get to the north side. But yeah. Let's see if we can actually see the tomb one day. So I just mentioned the tomb. While there's a few routes that do not involve the tomb, by far the most common way to reach room 46 on the first day involves going through the tomb to move the minecart in the underground that blocks access to reaching the north lever from the north side of the reservoir. After moving the minecart, there are 3 reasonable ways to get to the north side on day 1. A, by drawing the foundation and using a basement key. B, by making a power sledgehammer and coming from the cliffside to the basement. And C, pumping the reservoir down 1 and then coming back through the tomb using the boat. So in a general run, you'll want to draw the tomb from the outer grounds and then somehow get one of those 3 follow-up possibilities. Okay. Let's get V mode activated. Okay, that should do it. I said there that I got V mode activated. V mode, or veteran mode, is a kind of complicated thing to explain. Basically, the game holds back a bit from the player at the start, making it unlikely for new players to encounter certain rooms or mechanics in their first few runs, presumably to prevent the game from being too overwhelming at first. And we don't want that. We need no-holds-barred access to everything to give us the best shot at succeeding on a day 1 run. And the simplest way to activate this veteran mode is to draft the first 3 rooms in under 30 seconds, which is why I draw all 3 doors out of the entrance hall immediately. You can learn more of the gory details about V mode from a Reddit post that I will link in the video description. We gotta die. Sleep mask's good. I thought you were gonna head to bed, but now you're invested. Well, if tomorrow is a holiday for you, then I don't mind keeping you up. Oh, an extra battery. Hey, look at that. You remember the power hammer that we're talking about that's so hard to get? Psh, easy. 1/3 the way there already. Never mind the fact that we just wasted 2 of our rank 1 and rank 2 rooms due to the set of doors that we have, and that we're about to waste more. Yeah, it's past 4 a.m. I went to bed at 11 and then woke up at 1 for some reason. So here we are. This is pretty awful. I have no gems. And I have a lot of difficult drafts to make. What could possibly go wrong? Show me a gem. That is not a gem. Also, who beep? It's not a coin here. Is there a key somewhere? Yes. Key in the corner. Seems like the two main challenges of drafting a house are, first, keeping enough open doors to compensate for the dead ends that you'll inevitably have to draw, and second, keeping enough gems to be able to choose the rooms that you need. This run is going poorly so far because I have no gems, and I had only one open door. At least the hallway here gives me 2 directions to go again. Probably need this. I think I gotta do it. Okay, gems. This metal detector's doing work. Oh yeah, black screening into a room that gives you extra steps. Does feel pretty amazing. Well, those rooms kind of suck. Ugh. This is not going the way I wanted it to. I think I turn around here. I need a dead end. Like, I haven't placed enough of them. Now I have to keep going. Yeah, utility closet. There we go. Okay. Now I'm kind of security ready. Wow. Yes, metal detector is doing a lot of work. Good job. So this is my only door, right? Yeah. It's a little early for the drawing room, but what you can do. I'm really worried about my doors. As a room with 3 doors, chapel is really valuable, and placing it here where one of the doors would dead end into the back of the closet would waste that door, so I use the drawing room power to redraw. Yeah, I feel like this could actually be better. Can I afford this gem? Not really. Let's do this. You can just do 415? Fascinating. Okay, that's information I'm happy to have. Is there any world where the boiler room makes sense here? Like power the lab? um, it's tempting to do it for the lulls. I think we should just take the chapel and go with the odds. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the boilers, it's pointed in an awkward direction. Like, we're only going to get one shot at powering the lab there, too. Like, it'd be better to point it inwards into somewhere where you can draw the archives of the weight room. The radiation, okay, that's interesting, TJ Fire. Does it unlock antechamber doors? I don't think I've ever tested that on my own, so I don't know the answer. But I would not mind knowing. I know it unlocks all normal doors. But does it unlock the antechamber doors? Because if so, like, that's all of a sudden another thing. Trigger 6 lab experiments or whatever, and then draw the shelter. That seems like you couldn't possibly open all the antechamber doors, though. It feels like that would be, like, super duper overpowered. Couldn't possibly, right? Right? I feel like I should take the workshop. Yeah, if anybody in the chat, like, wants to go, yeah, look that up. Now that we're talking about it, all of a sudden it's, like, the most interesting thing I've ever thought of. Alright, we're only one thing away from the power sledge. That said, I have one door, and I still need to draw the garage now in only a couple of spots. So this is it's looking pretty dead. I mentioned drawing the garage. In order to draw the tomb, we first need access to the outer grounds, and since the west gate is not yet unlocked, we need to exit the house from the garage on the west side of the house. But the garage is a dead-end room, and so we need to draw it somewhere where we still have other ways to reach the north end of the house, which is why I had to choose the dining room here. So I can't take that garage. And I don't even want security down here, but if it comes, I might need to take it. Okay, walk-in closet's good. Got our gems back. Hey, look, a vault key. How great. Safe deposit key. Let's go find the vault. I'd come back from worse. Let's hope so. I have the sledge. That bedroom could have been good, but I really need the door. Security. Again, I hate wasting the door, but gotta take you. And why does it blink sometimes? Like, that's unnecessary. The whole cutscene is unnecessary. Just give me a mode. I need a mode. I get one of my gems back, so it's okay. I've cut out a bit of the video here because I spent time fiddling around in the office. The upgrade disc that was there was useless. Alright, and I definitely want the bedroom because it has a trunk that I can go smash! Which is very satisfying. Oh, dice! Okay, we have enough dice that we could even spend one not on the tomb. So that's pretty exciting. Although we might have to spend one going for the garage. So don't get super excited. And we have not taken as many things out of the pool. Ooh, and I have one key. And I don't have a lockpick. So I think I have to go draw for the garage right now, actually. Odds are not great, but we got 3 rerolls, and we only need to preserve maybe one of them, so let's use the key. Garage! First try. Easy game. Alright, let's go draw a tomb. Tomb, first try. I still have 3 dice in my pocket. This run is live. So it turns out in earlier releases of Blueprints, the Outer Grounds was scripted to always offer a fixed set of choices on day 1 that did not include the tomb, requiring at least 1 reroll dice to redraw it. But in patch 1.0.5, they changed it, so now it is possible to draw the tomb on the first day, on the first draft, and I got really lucky here. So I've cut out the tedious bits of getting through the tomb. I went in and moved the minecart and then exited the tomb. Now that we're past the first major hurdle, we have the choices that I had discussed at the start of the video. But let's pause and think for a moment. We got this part down. So, if I get the pump room, I could come back through the tomb and sail across. If I get the power hammer, which is a distinct possibility, I can just go to the basement from outside the house. And if I get the foundation and the basement key, then I can go in. Okay, those are 3 possibilities. And my only door is out of the bedroom, so I do want to go back through the garage. And so of those, like pool and pump is pretty great, and any place I can get the power hammer is pretty great. Yeah, if I can find the lever. Do I have a metal detector? I do. So I'll know it when I hear it. Steps are in okay shape. I'm gonna have to walk back to the dining room a bit, so it'd be good to try to get north. And I'm gonna need antechamber access somewhere, so don't forget that we're trying to do that. We have 3 keys. Trying to get to the antechamber and get a lever somehow. And if we see the foundation, we're taking it. Booty here seems fine, because it'll give me a gem, which I desperately need. And some steps. Also nice. Okay, we have rerolls. So yeah, once again, pool and pump, lever, or foundation are the 3 things I'm looking for. Any one of those could help me win. I have enough rerolls. I'll be able to turn this corner. I risk Every extra room I spend is a key, though. I do have money that I could buy keys if I get the commissary or the locksmith if I have the extra thing. I feel like right now I should just reroll this. Well, that was unfortunate. Okay, commissary in the correct direction. You're my new favorite room. It's going to spend my gem, but I might be able to buy it back. I can, in fact, buy it back. Shovel could be good. So do I want a shovel and 2 gems, and hope that the shovel helps me get some keys? Or do I want 4 gems? I think a shovel and 2 gems sounds better because the keys might end up being important. I choose this. All right. Great Hall. So, Great Hall is the east lever, which would be difficult to get to. Dig spots in the tomb if push comes to shove. But this will definitely use up all my keys right now. I really need a better room. Because I'm just about to run out of keys again. I'm just looking back at my house to see if there are any other dig spots left behind, but I don't think there are. Alright, you may disagree, but I'm going to reroll. I'll take my gem. Okay, we have access to dinner. Now I might be able to drop a dead end or still possibly get the pool. Guess I'll just throw a dark room down there. In a pinch, if we run out of keys, we could draw out of there blind. Over here, spare room is the only possible thing, but we're still alive over here. Boiler room doesn't come into play. It does have a dig spot, usually, which could be good. And if I use the boiler power, are there any mechanical rooms? The pool room is not more likely to be drawn off the boiler. Boiler is mechanical, so it's less likely to need a key out of it, and also it has more doors. So yeah, I think we take the boiler regardless. But I don't need to power it up. I do want to look for a dig spot. Old shoe, oh boy. And here I've just edited out the tedium of setting up the boiler room walkway to get to the third door. Okay, so pool could be great. Let's check the other door to see if I can get it without a key. Okay, I cannot. So yeah, just pool on its own could be great here. The pool. Great. So now we still have a spot I could potentially draw the Great Hall, but we're out of keys and gems. But I might draw the pump room right here, or I could draw Dead in the Dark room. What's the chance I get the furnace in the dark? I don't have that many steps to. Let's just try all out and see if we get lucky with the pump room. We did not get lucky with the pump room, but we did get another chance to draw from the maid's chamber. Not going to get my lever now. And that one's locked too. So now we have to draw out of the dark room. In retrospect, it probably would have been smarter to revisit the utility closet now to light up the dark room, even though it would have cost me most of my steps, and that's even with the dining room along the way. I think it would have been good, but that's not what happened. Fortunately, I get reasonably lucky again. Bunk will at least give me steps and gems. And we're not spending keys, that's nice. That's probably the music room, which would have 2 keys for me. And the pump room doesn't have any hoo-has. So I should take the music room and take the keys and still be able to draw and still be alive. It is the music room. Secret garden key. That makes me extra alive. Because there's also... Yeah, now if I could draw something straight to get to the antechamber. And the secret garden I could draw right out of the maid's chamber right now. So if this room goes straight through, we have real odds. And remind me, I just have the secret garden key. Okay, it's a run. Well, there is the pump room, so we still have different odds now. Let me think about this for a second. With the pump room, I can now use the tomb to sail across and pull the north lever. But in order to open the... in the west door with the secret garden. Yeah, this works. This looks like it's going to win. So, I pump it down. I sail across to pull the north lever. I feel like this is a winning run. I'll spare you watching me futz with the pumps to get the reservoir down one. It was not pretty. I was nervous because I thought I had a win. And so I got the reservoir lowered one. I go and I grab dinner from the dining room and I head back out to the tomb. Oh, you're right. Secret Garden's the west lever. But my Twitch chat reminded me that the Secret Garden lever opens the west antechamber door, but I only have access to the east antechamber door. Oops. I swapped east and west. So I would now have to get the lever despite having the maid's chamber in order to create the power hammer and be able to get the other door from the secret garden. So this is not the run, in all likelihood. But let's continue playing it out, because we definitely need the practice. Also, there's a beep there, because I probably got some money or something. I'll see it on the way back, I guess. I've cut out the slow bits of crossing the reservoir and dealing with the rotating gear, but here I get the north lever pulled and cross back to the tomb. Metal detector was going off and I can dig? Yeah, I can dig in the tomb. I might get a key that might be very valuable, actually. So here's the money, and then dig spots. I'm not familiar with where the dig spots are in the tomb. I think there is one or two. I don't need the key. Yeah, I'm just hoping for more keys. Okay, here's stick spot. But yeah, I'm gonna use the secret garden key south of the maid's chamber. Or from the boiler. I mean, yeah, boiler is actually fewer steps. I definitely don't want to go through the house anymore. But then I might need another key south of that. Because we're going to open the wrong antechamber door from the secret garden. Unless I find the broken lever handle so that I can make the power hammer to get the correct one in the secret garden. I think is what we decided. Okay, so here's our secret garden. There's a coin somewhere that I don't care about, but I'm picking up for some reason. So yeah, this is going to open the west door, which I don't have access to. So I would need a broken lever. Let's just witness really quick. Yes, okay. So I'd need a broken lever in order to create the power hammer so that I could rotate the secret garden stuff around. Or, is there an or? So I was trying to think through my chances, and I spent a couple minutes discussing possibilities with chat, but I've cut all of that out of the video. Yeah, okay. This is probably just going to be locked anyway. Yeah, it's locked. Which is why I wanted to dig a hole, so try to get another key. Okay, but this is definitely by far the closest we have gotten. Any chance I can just ram my face against this and break it open? No? I'm trying. And yeah, I still have energy. I've been streaming for 2 hours, so let me take a break and refill my water and things and stuff. And I think I'll leave it here because we got the cool music that some people like. So I'll just throw up a BRB screen and I'll come back in a little bit. What was for sale in the commissary? Ooh, that's actually a good question. Hold on. Let's not put the BRB screen up. I think there is a key still, if I remember correctly. And I have 10 monies. Okay, I'm currently like off the map. Smart. Commissary is just through here. There aren't keys for sale. And I can't buy a second shovel, as much as I'd like it. Good idea, though. I'm glad you're keeping me honest. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be back. I'd already decided the run was dead, and I'd been streaming for a couple of hours and needed a bathroom break. So I decided to take a break here, but I left the game running because we had the nice music playing so that people who were watching would have the nice music in the background. Best decision ever. Okay, I'm back. It occurs to me there's one other thing I should do in this run, which is I should go back to security and verify that there's not a broken lever in the house somewhere. Because it's always possible that I missed it. Nope. Okay. Always good to look. There's no way the upgrade disc could help me at this point, right? Also, where's the upgrade disc? So even after the fact, I don't know where the upgrade disc is. Does anyone know? If you do, leave me a comment on the video. In any case, this provided me with another misguided diversion, which turns out to be very serendipitous. I used the one in the office and the one from downstairs, right? The fruit was obviously spread from the secret garden. Did I even upgrade this flying somewhere? Also, I was so fixated on the pump room. I don't know that I checked for a trunk there. So I just want to take a look at that too. Also keep an eye out for fruit as I'm walking around in case there's some possibility I didn't think of. I don't know where secret garden fruit spawns in most of the rooms. Also, there could be an item in here. I should go back to the utility closet. Where's my utility closet? Completely the other end of the house, but I'll eat a bunch of fruit along the way. Because if the lever were in here, that would save the run, right? Alright, so let's check this. Okay, there's not a trunk here. Then to get back to the front of the house for the utility closet, I think it is probably... Alright, here's my choice point. If I go through the garage, that definitely gets me to the house faster. Does it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll pick up more fruit going this way. I'll pick up more fruit going this way back to the dining room, I think. So let's do that. Don't go in the walk-in closet, go to the chapel. Aha, banana. Workshop, I think, doesn't get fruit. I went the wrong way. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Okay, pay attention. Oh, this is a quicker way to the utility closet anyway. I was misreading the house. Okay. Great, everybody wins. There's a banana. I don't think I've ever gotten this far in the song. Apple. Utility closet's this way, right? Yes. I can even buy more food. Do I expect I'm ever buying anything else? No, because I'm not drafting any more rooms. Great. Apple. Utility closet. Turn on the dark room. Now let's go see what items in there. Warning, you might want to turn the video volume down because I'm about to react loudly. I might have ruined the 1 hour. I don't know. I have to go back to the workshop now. I do have the other pieces, right? Yeah. I'm so glad I didn't shut the game. Alright, the workshop is through the chapel. I've been in it before recently. By accident. Okay, sledgehammer is the thing I need. Power Sledge. And I should try to move swiftly, because I have no idea when the hour is. Okay, and then I'm going back through the dining room, yeah. This will make such a good highlight. Oh, man. Don't go that way. Take that, you stupid wall. Thanks for the cheer. From the jaws of defeat, we have snatched victory. And also, it took cleverness, which I'm very proud of. That was the best bathroom break ever. Don't forget to pull the lever. Do skip the animation, because we're really hurting for time, potentially. And now the route is just through here. I don't care. I just want this. Oh baby. Oh baby. Oh baby. Oh baby. Day 1!
There was once a red prince.
So I had accomplished my goal after many hours of attempts. But what I didn't know was whether I'd also gotten the trophy of speed for reaching room 46 in under 1 hour. With the bathroom break, it was gonna be close, and I wouldn't know until I checked out the entrance hall on the following day in-game. Mount Holly, your new home. Rank reached 10. 139 steps taken. 13 items found. The moment of truth is mere moments away. I have no idea when the run started. So I have no idea if that was an hour. I think it must be because I see enough trophies here. Day 1 trophy. Trophy of speed. Hooray! Gimme. Day 1 trophy. Boom! Trophy of speed. Boom! And inheritance, which is a trophy that I already had as far as Steam achievements were concerned. Open only an event of inheritance. I've done it. Ovin Nevere, wherever you say it. Oh, baby, baby, baby. I have no upgrades, no allowance, no nothing. But I own the place. It's just what the Baron expected. Exactly how we drew it up in the playbook. It turns out that my run took just over 56 minutes, so a little under an hour. Thank goodness. For me, this whole run was an emotional roller coaster, thinking for a minute that I'd won after I drawed the pump room, but then realizing that I'd swapped east and west, but deciding to play out the run anyway for practice, and then deciding that the run was dead after running out of keys in the secret garden and then taking a break, but leaving the game running so that people would have good background music while I was away, and then returning with a couple of decent ideas, check security for the house inventory, making sure I didn't miss a trunk in the pump room, only to serendipitously walk through the dark room again and realize there might be an item in there if it were lit up. And it turned out that that item turned out to be exactly the item that I needed. And then when I was watching it back afterwards, I also realized how crucial the step count was at the end. I finished the day with 20 steps, and I ended up eating 22 steps worth of food on the walk from security back to the utility closet. And that included spending all of my money on the kitchen. That was to buy 15 steps for the sandwich. So 22 steps that I got there when I only had 20 steps left over. The running shoes that I got from the walk-in closet early in the run were clutch because they ended up saving me 32 steps throughout the run. And the sleep nest that I got near the beginning was also worth 30 steps for all the bedrooms that I had in this run. So if any of those things had not worked out, I could have run out of steps. Anyway, overall, I had a lot of fun, but I'm also just relieved to have this done, as this was the hardest of my 16 trophies to obtain, I think. I hope that you liked seeing this day one run. Here on YouTube, I'll be continuing my normal mode adventure, and hopefully eventually I'll be making some lore videos to discuss some fun details of the game. But for now, I am Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and I hope you're having a great day.